gotta get YouTube running again. Or not YouTube. Shit. Come on. Instagram. That's the one I was thinking of. There we go. Live again. We live again. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. What's it talking about? Something. Whatever. I'm gonna have another piece of cheese. Oh, this one's a big one. Hell yeah. I still can't remember what I was thinking of. What it reminds me. But it is good. Alright, I'm gonna stop that. I got cheese crumbs all over me. There we go. Doesn't matter. Goes in the mouth. My mouth hole. That's all I care about, right? No, I'm lying. There's other holes that matter. So I got holes in different areas. Woohoo! Bam. Pouring out some more. Some for the homies, but really just for me, I suppose. Yeah, it looks like the TikTok part is working again, even though I lost everybody I had on there. That's unfortunate. Oh. Black Friday. I didn't really get a whole lot. I did, although I did get something. Well, so, yeah, earlier, like a week ago, I ordered, fuck, hold on. Mr. Crumb. I ordered, like, a Jujutsu Kaisen inspired, oversized shirt. Be a good, gym get up. So I'm waiting on that to come in. But then earlier today, I'm going to show you what I got. Actually. So I've actually been wanting like a better backpack for work. Because the thing is, like I every once in a while I run into the problem where, because I have like this is for my guard work, right? I have a chest rig that I wear that, you know, has like a pocket for a bunch of my stuff so I can keep them out of my pants pockets. And then a radio holster on one side. And then there's like a couple other smaller pockets in there. But I normally have that. But then I also have a like a radio harness where instead of like a pack in the middle, it's you know, it connects at your back, and then there's like two harness straps, right? But instead of holding something on your back, it's technically two radio holsters, one on each side. So like I could put a radio in one, and then I also have an earpiece that's connected to that setup. And I say connected because like I have it kind of wrapped around a thing, so I don't have to like waste my time with that later. What the fuck was I saying? Yeah, so I have it set up so like I put my radio on one side, and then the other pocket can actually fit like my wallet and my extra phone battery. So like I'll do that. But the thing is with it, you know, I'm not, like I said, I have an earpiece that's connected to it, but I don't want to like get another flashlight and pen or whatever just to have with that thing. So normally I would use the harness for like special events whenever I'm like, especially fancy ones, right? Where it's like, you know, black suit. Or now I've gotten into the habit of using it for when I know that there's going to be like a heavy crowd surfing show. Because the thing is, like with the the pack's good normally, but it kind of gets in the way when I'm trying to catch somebody, and they're trying to hold on to you so that they don't hurt themselves or anything like that and fall. But a lot of times the pack will get grabbed, or like my headset will get grabbed. And I actually I have a headset that's kind of like this, it's like a one ear and then a mic. And I had a show where that got yanked off of me, and the connector got twisted and eventually degraded. And after a few months, like I just couldn't talk out of it anymore, so I had to bin it, toss it in the trash, and I got a new one. But I don't want that to happen again. So I figure if I use the harness, because then the radio's like down here at my side where it's not really in the way, it's not going to get grabbed or pushed around, and then I'm using the earpiece instead of the whole headset, so that's not going to get grabbed either. And the whole thing, like I could just fit underneath, my windbreaker or hoodie, a zip up hoodie, and then like I'm good, right? The point I was getting to is that in order to use, whenever I want to switch one, I also have to swap a couple other things, so I don't keep them with me at all times because of the backpack I was using. This time I got this big old guy, this Carhartt backpack. I just realized I probably shouldn't show you the tag. Oh, there we go. No prices on here, but I like this guy because it's got 1, 2, 3 like main pockets, and then one of them has like the middle divider in it, and then there's a mesh pocket in here that just happens to be big enough for the harness once folded up. No, not in this one. Yeah, there's the front one here. Yeah. So it's got the see if I can see it. Yeah, the divider right here, and then this right here is what I was talking about. So I got room for everything now. And I know this all sounds rather mundane, but also at the very core of it, that I'm balling right now. I'm balling, you're not, and that's just the way life goes. I'm drinking. You probably ain't. You're busy sleeping, bitch. Anywho, we get indignant, get janky and indignant, and it's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. What is wrong is now, well, since Mortal Kombat isn't really, I guess I'm not going to be able to use it as much as I thought, I guess. Because I think if they do repeat seasons, and like my first recordings were of season, the reptile season, so I might just go up to season 5 and just be like, yeah, peace, thank y'all. I don't remember what it was. How do they have it? It was, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Melina, Buck, who was number 4. Oh, no. I got the order wrong. It was Scorpion, Natara, Sub-Zero, Melina, Raiden, and then Reptile. And then you guys have seen the rest. Or if you haven't, you should go back and watch them here on YouTube. Go to the the Gutsy Ass Gamer playlist. I'm all wrong today. Why am I not? I am live. Oh, there we go. I wasn't even in my own live. Got to do it like the Indian tech support. Give me some viewers. Quality viewers. Oh. Leo. Nice. I got some top viewers. Got people joining. Hell yeah. Where's that? Give me a yo, I'll give you a bigger yo. Yo! Yo! The fuck was I talking about? I gotta figure out what game I'm gonna play next. And I think I've narrowed it down to 2. I haven't narrowed it down to 2. I've narrowed it down to 3, which I still need to go for. Damn it! I'm really pissed that you guys can't see TikTok chat in here, because that's where I'm being bothered with the most. But I've narrowed it down to 3 games. It's going to be right now. It's a 3-way tie between Doom 2016. Oh fuck! I've narrowed it down to 4 games. Let me. This is never gonna work. 4 games. So yeah, Doom 2016, because so I played through that one. I'll just play through it again. It's been so long. And then of course after that is Doom Eternal, which I never played any of the DLC at all, so I got to do that still. And then they're gonna have like the next game, which is the prequel to 2016. That's on the way whenever. Second game. Second game is God of War. That'd be the I think it was 2020 is when it came out. Fuck, I don't know. It was still PS4, but it was the one that is what it was, the first one after like the first 3, or the first few God of War games where like you basically destroy the Greek pantheon, and yeah, so you move on and you've taken refuge in like the Viking, the Norse mythology pantheon, I think. Yes. And you have a wife and a son. She dies, and that's where the beginning of the game is. So I did play through that, where you could see like part of the Norse world, or the mythological world, I should say. And the nice thing is, since I did play through that, I can. They have New Game Plus on there, so I could just like start up with all the gear that I had, which would be really nice. Because it'd be like you're watching a first playthrough, but it'll be cooler, because I'll have more stuff. And then I had started the next game, God of War Ragnarok, but I'll probably just, start over after that. The third game is, since I played Assassin's Creed 3, the expansion, or not really expansion, it's like the sequel of that game is Assassin's Creed Liberation, which came with the remastered, and it's also remastered, but it came with, the AC3, which was, all free on PS Plus. I you know what? Sony's awesome. Fuck the other ones. The PSN network, especially if you're paying for the, you get so much, game-wise. And a lot of them are shit, sure, but there's a lot of good ones in there too. But yeah, so there's like a sequel. Liberation's a sequel. But the thing is, I have no idea what the game's about at all. I never played it. So that would be nice, because it's like a continuation of what I've already done. But the other ones are ones I haven't done, like Doom and God of War. I haven't played at all on this channel, so that would actually be good. But in any case, be a continuation. So maybe Revolution would be after whatever's next. And then the last one I got onto the list is Death Stranding, which the reason I want to is because they're coming out with the second one sometime next year here. Don't know when. But, and the thing is the game, the next one's supposed to be a lot more action oriented. But this first game, it was a lot of running around. And, yeah, tension, I guess would be the right word. But, like, it is so time consuming, especially if you're actually trying to get through everything. But I want to fucking play it so bad. And I actually want to play the old one again, too. And that would be kind of fun. And, of course, the nice thing is I could, as far as, like, the recordings that I put on YouTube, I could just cut a lot of that, probably. Who knows? So, yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at. And then, of course, at some point, I still got to get Space Marine, play through that, see if I want to play multiplayer on that much. I think if I do that, well, I'm also, focusing on trying to get more money. So, hey, hopefully I get monetized on here. But realistically, I got to find another job somehow, somewhere. We'll see. I just, I don't really know where life's going right now, to be honest. Like, it is weird because I know I've talked about before, we're getting out of the video game thing. I will play something. Okay, you can bet money on that. I just don't know what yet. But yeah, like, it's really weird for me because whenever this whole thing with, our old landlord started, that took that for a long time, that took every part of my brain. It was just, occupied with that until the point where we actually moved out of the house last year. But then oh damn. Dude, do you guys ever, I think I've talked about this before. I can't tell if there's an earthquake or I'm just high right now. Like, my seat is shaking, but I don't know what it's from. I think it's just from me. I don't know. But yeah, no, speaking of thinking, even once we moved out of the house, it's still been at the back of my mind, right? But the thing is the entire time, and even up to, when my mom's health also started failing on top of all this and I had to leave and deal with property stuff, I could always see, like, the end of all, this bullshit, right? Like, I knew where I was going. I knew what to do. It's what's weird right now is I'm almost at that point. Like, I will be at that point most likely in the next couple weeks. And now I just gotta, now I'm just in a kind of a not as good, anywhere near as good financial spot as I was before. So that's what I gotta work on. Which sucks. But, cookie. I'm getting there. Now I gotta think about what else I want to focus on too. I've been thinking of, until something takes up even more of my time. I've been thinking of, finally firing up FL Studio. Because I know sometime before the pandemic, I started playing with the idea of maybe getting into, like, doing EDM music, right? Because, I mean, obviously I'd have a lot to learn on the sound design and how to work the DAWs. And I got FL Studio because it was, like, on sale for $80 at one point. And but I know, like, from an artistic perspective, I got the ideas. I could do it. Like if I could just make the sounds with my mouth, like, I sound like a dipshit. I sound like a douchebag right now. But you know what I mean. Like, I have a good sense of what would make good sounding EDM music. I'm thinking about dipping my toes back into that again, mainly because, like I said, I can see myself having more time. I also have to focus on something to, just expand my output and my offerings. I guess sounding like a douchebag again. And I've also been influenced a lot by Instagram, because now I'm just seeing tons and tons and tons of ads for like sample packs and presets for like my synthesizers. So like I ended up I have all the ones that came with my copy of FL Studio. There it is. I'm shaking again. I have those, and then I did end up buying Serum, which is it's like just another synthesizer tool that you can get in there, and it's got like the digital switches and knobs, and you move stuff around, figure stuff out, and make a note, and then use that, and you could like save those notes as a preset. Well, there's a lot of like packs out there, sample packs and stuff that you can get that they come with a bunch of presets, and you just download them into a folder, link your software, and just there it is. So what I'm saying is there's like a lot more options now. There's it's a bit easier to get in. Like I can save time now, right? It just sucks because it costs money. I'm sure there's places that I could find like free samples in software or settings, maybe like on Reddit or something like that, but who knows. Whereas at least with something I could buy, it's like right there. And I was also especially attracted to I found one website for a producer named Fawn. Goes by Fawn. It's like PHO, but it's actually 0N. And he has like a bunch of sample packs that are called it's the Lab Leak series, and they're all like like really gnarly villain type of thing, like the bow, that type of shit. Oh, it's so cool. I want all of them. I want to buy all these fucking things, but the thing is, it's like $50 a pack, so I gotta be wise. And also, I'm thinking too, because this doing the pod and recording stuff, that doesn't take a lot of extra time and effort, right? Because I'm not really learning anything anymore here. I'm just trying to figure out how to be entertaining, which I ain't dumb. I know where I stand. But getting into like EDM and trying to produce some stuff like that's kind of the next level of hardness, like time wise, because I have to learn a lot. And then, but I feel like once I do learn and I have enough stuff set in place, then the bulk of the work I should be able to do kind of fast until I get to the actual creative part of fine tuning and tweaking stuff. I can get there sooner. And now I do still have the idea. Oh, and then I'm also starting to dip into like doing the short fiction stories type of thing, and then making videos off of that, because that's actually the next hardest thing. And then it's sound production. But then the last thing is I do still have the idea of getting into doing comics, but problem with that is like I know how to draw. I just have to kind of get used to doing something complex again. But holy shit, that's going to take a lot of time. and I don't know if I'll ever. I would like to. It would be nice to get to it, but I don't know. I don't know how I'll be able to find the time. Can only hope. It's not like I'm not Hermione. I don't have a little fucking hourglass that I can just bloop and go back and do a bunch of stuff, which would be awesome. But I'm sure if you use it too much, you'll hole in space-time continuum, yada yada, everybody dead. So now I think it's a good time to go ahead and get into the last thing that we kind of been doing. And that has been Reddit. I'm also noticing that when I'm using Streamlabs here, I don't have to reset the net or the web thing because I bet it's because instead of reading with with OBS, whenever I have the net set, it includes whatever page I was on. And then, of course, obviously, if I open a browser again and we're not anywhere near that, it won't be able to connect. Whereas this just opens to an instance of the internet being open, I think. Anyways, so I'm going to refresh this. It's been the casual conversation page of Reddit, which I picked because, it's not as cool as like revenge or family drama or business corporate drama or anything like that. There's just some cool stuff in here. And I can already see a couple interesting ones, so I'm going to read the title and then a few comments below. Here we go. Does anybody believe... I should at least read right. Does anyone believe in divine intervention? When I was 5, my dad left me alone in the car in Tijuana, 1991. Ugh, that sucks. I was about to go outside when an older stranger told me to stay put. This stranger didn't wait enough for my dad to show up. In the 90s, immigration raids were a thing. Ah, okay. I see what's happening. My mom worked in the fields, but stayed home because I had a nosebleed, and that's never happened before or after. That day there was a raid where she worked, but because of my nosebleed, she didn't show up. I wonder sometimes about divine interventions or just coincidences. I know illegal immigration is a polarizing subject, and I don't want to offend anyone. Damn! I'm so glad that I was born here and that I was an American citizen. Whew. God, I would hate to live in a world where like that's just normal conversation. Like, oh yeah, the other day I think my dad got deported, and well, we don't have telephones. How would I know? I've never really had an experience like this, by the way, like where like something made me stay somewhere. Although I guess it would be fair to say that I kind of avoid a lot of situations. Like, sorry guys, listening, I'm eating a cookie again. I've had situations where what? By the way, if anybody's typing on like Instagram or TikTok, I'll read it later, but I don't want to switch over the browser and have everybody read my Instagram. What I was saying, like, I'll notice at work, there'll be a lot of times where I'm leading an area and everything just goes swimmingly, and then I'll get sent on my break and shit just goes down. Like, there's a fight, up in VIP, or there's like people are getting pushy at one of the entrances or whatever. And it's just like a whole thing, like everybody's getting called in. I can't do anything because I'm on my lunch break. And then by the time I go back, it's been resolved, and then nothing happens again. So maybe that's my guardian angel. I'm repellent of chaos. Not enough, but, whatever. Boom. Let's see what some people say. I 100% believe my ancestor guardian angels have saved me from certain death and destruction a number of times. Same here. I was ready to die almost 2 years ago. I used my body to shield my niece from an impact in a car accident. Ooh. I was 39 and the oldest in the car. Walked away without serious injury. I thought, if this is my life's purpose to die protecting her, so be it. The mind races in such a short time. I can understand that. That's... I'm glad this guy's here to type this. But, no, it is weird because I don't know if this is so much a guardian angel, but I found myself when I'm in kind of like a tense, combative situation, especially now, doing my job. Like I said, I've had to deal with some fights. I've noticed that my brain literally just goes to like, oh, I guess this is the day. That kind of mentality, if you can understand what I mean. Like just that. I do remember earlier on, I talked about, remember my episode before I talked about my revelations and shit. I do remember kind of around that same time learning how to accept things as fast as possible, right? Because I feel like if you don't, and you're in a bad situation, right? If you cannot get the acceptance that the thing is happening, whatever solution there is will 100% not happen. Like it's the same as not trying. So, and I mean I haven't had to deal with like a car crash or anything like this guy, but it's that same mentality, right? You just have to like, boom, boom, boom. Okay, car's coming at me. I got the gal over here, my niece or whatever it was. What do you say? Niece, yeah. Sorry, I had cheese stuck in my throat. I had some of that camembert in my gullet. Pardon me. I sound like a peasant trying to sound like a royal there, I think. I can't do it right. Yeah, car's coming at me, niece is in the car. And no matter what happens, it's going to hurt a lot for me. But maybe not for her. And then you just have to, like, okay, well that's all I can do is either, let both of us get hurt or just myself. But yeah, and then he got lucky, nothing happened. So, yeah, there you go. Maybe it's just being brave, taking on fate or whatever. Not really. Fate came at you. Mm-hmm. Oh, let's see what this person says. That's how coincidences work. Not everybody shows up for work every day. Some people get lots of nosebleeds. Some people hardly ever. You don't know when a raid's scheduled, but there will be one at some point. It feels significant that it happened to you, but it had to happen to someone. Or, put it another way, if it's divine intervention that one person survives a plane crash, then it must also be divine intervention that everybody else died. The babies, the animals, the heroic men and women. So this is we got a what-ifer here. A what-abouter. Got one reply. That's what I was thinking. No offense to the OP, but I always found this kind of thinking kind of selfish. Why was there an intervention for you, but not for the many more people who have died or gotten seriously hurt in similar situations? It was just a very lucky and fortunate coincidence, nothing more. I would have to. I think I would be in the same mind. I would. In this kind of thing, I would say I'm lucky. That's it. I'm extremely fortunate. Anyways, I think that's enough for this. Whatchamacallit, that thread. Let's get to. Yeah, let's do this one. I was looking at this one earlier. Does anyone else here love the sensation of being in an airliner during takeoff? Yes, I do. My friends aren't too crazy about it, but for me, it's the best part of the flight. The sudden whoosh sound and the feeling of being pushed back into my seat. The anticipation of being airborne as the plane accelerates on the runway and finally feeling it lift off as you no longer feel the rumbling of the tires makes me happier than a moth out of the lamp section at Lowe's. I agree with the overall point, not with the symptoms. For me, it's literally the sensation of my guts being pushed down to the bottom of my ass is what it is. It's just that sinking feeling. And yeah, also getting pushed back into the seat. But it's mainly just the you just feel your insides. Like you feel like your ass is about to like pop out. Or whatever, just boom. But it doesn't. And then you're up and and then once you level out, like you feel everything just kind of back up inside you again. That's cool. When they say taking off is the only good part about flying. Turbulence feels good as well. I think landing is pretty important too. Shut the fuck up. Yes, my son got his private pilot's license and I love flying with him. Accelerating down the runway and feeling that little Cessna lift off the ground is the best feeling. You know what? The type of dad that I want to be is one who's good enough that my kid who has been properly trained by me for the world to get a good education enough to be a pilot wants to take me flying. That's what I'm going to be. So, good on you, sir. Let's do one more. I think I got push. Oh, here we go. Nice. Most important one. I don't understand why people peel carrots, potatoes, etc. It just seems like a waste of time. Wash out the vegetables and you're good to go. There's a lot of nutrients in potato skin that you're missing out on when you peel it. And how many people just throw away what they peel instead of using it? And it just adds to the time it takes to make the meal. I guess I can kind of see that. I think with potatoes, you would at least want to cut out like any of the sprouting roots or buds or whatever. So you still got to do something. But that's not even peeling. That's just take a knife and. Oh, here we go. In a pot roast, I want the carrots unpeeled. In a beef stew, I want them peeled. The skin has some flavor and texture that can be off-putting in certain situations. Yeah. Similarly, roasted potatoes get the skins on. For mashing, I want the skins off of the roasted potatoes removed. The skins are thicker and leathery compared to the red skins, and it takes 4 freaking ever to boil through the skins to get the soft insides for mashing. Okay, you guys learn something new every day. Next one, start using golden potatoes for your mashed potatoes. Way better tasting. There you go. You guys learned another thing. Ain't I awesome? For potatoes, it's for finer mash or better textures of the food. For carrots, I just like them cleaner that way. Yeah, I guess I could see because yeah, with mashed potatoes, if they leave the skins in, like it'll get diced up or whatever, but or maybe not even. Like you get like that kind of a thicker texture piece in there, and I mean it's fine. It's just what you like. I don't mind it. Actually, I had some mashed potato. Shit, I had some mashed potatoes a little bit ago. I had it was Sunday braised beef meal that I got from Ralph's, and it was literally a nice chunk of beef, braised, I guess, good and soft. Love it. Uh, Gravy, carrots, mashed potatoes. So good. I don't even know if there was any butter or if it was like the butter infused maybe, but yeah, it was all steamed just perfectly. So I don't know what they used, but fuck it. Anywho, I think that's all. Yeah. Now I'm tired of potatoes and carrots. I'm sure you guys are. Probably have been for a while. Probably been telling me to shut the fuck up. Well, that is what I'm going to do. Damn, nobody joined me on Instagram. Oh, fuck you guys. Ah. Oh, no, never mind. Anyways, I will see you. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving. I don't know what's going on with my Christmas, but I hope that yours ends up being a good one. And I'll check in with y'all after Christmas. So, happy Thanksgiving. Happy